She said, do you have the time to listen to me whine? She asked you,
I'm back! Lucid again, finally. Although this strange haze still is like over my whole dream recall level, or whatever you want to say. Even with this lucid one, I struggle to recall my dreams, bits and pieces, trying to recall little parts, hoping that as I run those through my head, I'll remember more. But anyway, let's get to the point. I say that though to mention that even this is somewhat sketchy. Okay, the beginning is sketchy. I remember being on a field. It was like a kind of elevated field. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just like kind of like the field. You have to walk up some stairs and you're on this field. And there's maybe like a brick or stone wall surrounding it. And I saw these two twins from Heights, who I haven't seen in years. But I saw one of them on like MySpace the other day, so maybe that's why they appeared there. George and Shannon. And so I was talking to George briefly. And then he asked me for something. I don't know what it was. I mean, the attitude was that it was something that was small and it was normal for you to ask someone for it. I don't remember what it was. But we left the field and we were going to go get it. I don't know. It could have been a pencil or lighter. I don't know. So we left. Next thing I remember, though, I'm in an apartment very similar to my ex-girlfriend's apartment. So I'm in this apartment, but I don't really remember what I was doing, what was being said, or what I was thinking about. I just remember having my head down on the sink. It was on like the sink was like in the middle of the living room. So it wasn't exactly accurate to her apartment, but and it's just like something hit me like this is a dream. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what I was doing before that. And maybe that something and that triggered it. I just remember having my head down and like, I'm dreaming right now. And it's just this conviction came over me like, this is a dream. And so I got excited, but I tried to contain my excitement a little bit, afraid that, I might lose my lucidity, wake up, false wake up, go into with another dream, whatever. So I tried to just, slowly raised up off of the sink. And, I'm trying to contain my excitement. I'm looking around the room. But like I said, it's still kind of sketchy. I really don't fully recall what my surroundings look like, other than that I was in her apartment. At this point, I was pretty much fully convinced that I was dreaming. I didn't really do any state checks or anything, I was just trying to contain my excitement, kind of look around, touch things, let things solidify. And the feeling is just so good. I don't know. It's not necessarily always like that, but this is one where just I really felt good. But at the same time, I'm not too excited. I was trying to contain that excitement. So anyway, at this point, I'm like, well, what can I do? And I was like, you know what? I need to stop being so cautious. Let me see if I can fly and just fly out of through the ceiling. And I'm joking, but I can't fly. If I recall correctly, I bounced a bit, like the floor kind of bounced like it was a trampoline. Hopefully I'm recalling that correctly. And then, so that wasn't working, so I said, well, let me see if I can put my hand through a wall. I think I remember seeing somewhere on someone's vlog or other places where a sort of a state test is to kind of just push your hand down on the table and see if it'll go through. So I'm like, well, let me just push it through a wall. And it went through. My finger went through. I think I did this a couple times. What was interesting, though, is it went through in a pretty realistic way. It didn't just, like, dematerialize, go through like it was some sort of a plasma field or something. Like, it went like it was as though the wall was soft, like I don't want to say cake, but say it's like plaster that's not dried or something, and my finger just went through it. That's how it was. But I mean, either way, I was convinced that I was dreaming, so I wasn't trying to test my state anymore. I was just trying to, I don't know, let things solidify, see what I could do. And at this point, I'm like, well, I'm in her apartment. Why can't I see her? Let me see if I can make her appear. So I don't know. I guess I just tried to think about her, but nothing really happened. Okay, and this part gets a little bit weird too, because this may be a reference to an earlier point in the dream or not. But I got a text message from some guy. I feel like it was a pastor or a priest, who I guess I had a vague memory of having seen earlier in the dream. But the texts were freaking me out because it was saying something like insulting or something, and it was like saying something about Jew or calling me a Jew or something. Not calling me a Jew as an insult, but he was calling me some sort of an insult, which I don't remember, and something about a Jew. I looked at this message very briefly because I guess I didn't really want to be bothered with it at the time because it was kind of freaking me out. I'm like, I want to go do some fun stuff. But that was weird. So at the point when I felt like I couldn't make her appear, and I was trying to say, well, can I just make myself appear somewhere else? Neither of those worked. I said, well, how about I just leave? How about I just, play it cool, go outside, and maybe I can find something you should do outside. So I'll go down the stairs, and I go outside. I'm closing the door. But then, and this is hard to explain because I can't say that I looked at this figure so much as I felt its presence or maybe saw it somewhat peripherally, but there was a white-ish figure, very vague, not vague in that I can't remember, vague in that it was somewhat undefined or bright or like someone in a white sheet, or like someone who's just completely engulfed in whiteness in a way. And I'm giving this long explanation for it, but this happened in a very brief moment that I'm closing the door, leaving the apartment, and there's this person coming in the distance, I don't know, 10, 20 yards or so away, or meters, and actually probably more like 30, 40 meters away, and it just like scared the hell out of me for some reason. And like I said, I don't even feel like I looked at the figure. I just kind of knew it was there, and it just shook me. It really shook me, and I woke up. I just completely woke up. So, yet another one of my 1 minute long lucid dreams. They take 10 minutes to explain. So, I mean, it's good because the past couple weeks I've had horrible dream recall, and I've been trying to figure out what it is, and trying to meditate more, and just, I don't know. So I'm glad I had this experience, but hopefully next time it'll be longer and even better, more enjoyable, inshallah. So I suppose that's about it. I guess if anybody has been in a situation where they're having trouble with dream recall, and any pointers as to what that, why that might be, feel free to comment. So yeah, that's about it. Peace.